Hey, everybody, this is Mortgage Ballers. My name is Rich Hanlin, and today I have a treat for you. I have the Amanda Rawls. I've known Amanda since probably about 2017, 2018. She came from Finance of America, hooked up with me at my last company, Answer Home Loans. Amanda, you are getting one of my best of the best because, number one, you are one of the best, but you also, out of 400 loan originators, 2023, you're in the top 20 at Xpert Home Lending. I just am so glad that you're here with me today. Thank you for being here.
Well, thank you for having me, Rich. I appreciate you and this space and what you're doing for the broker community and what you've done for me personally. I started in this business in 96. And when I started in the business, I was with a finance company. And I bounced into the broker space because of another angel man in my life, Greg Teeter, which is you guys are quite similar. And I ran a branch at Capital Mortgage back then. But when I stepped into the broker arena, it was 99. And I had a dream of having an all-woman broker shop in Elk Grove. And I had told Greg that.
So your competition is slowly leaving the market, but they're not really your competition. But the people who are left, they are. They are.
Yeah. Rich, and that is another thing. There is no competition.
Ooh.
We all just do the same damn thing. And nobody does it like me. Nobody does it like you. Right? I don't care who they are. If somebody says, I just talked to such and such and I know who they are, and I know damn well that Evangeline, let's just talk about who's still an answer, right? Somebody I know, love, and trust. And somebody says, oh, I went to this gal and, she's whatever excuses they give. I know she's amazing. And I will highly recommend staying with where they're at.
There we go. Sorry about that. I knew I wasn't going to bring that up, but I know it was coming.
Nothing like losing a parent and your last one and still having to keep going, right, in this business. But there's community.
Yeah, there is.
And there's support, if you're with a good place like Xpert. We're all just here doing the best we can. And if you can do this.
Take a breath. It's real, it's about as real as it gets. Praising God every day I get to put someone in a house because that is the reward when I hear those people say it. They always say it too. I wish I would have done this earlier because it feels so good. I wish I would have done it sooner. What was I afraid of? And that's that's what it's all about. It's what it's all about.
And their lives matter for us, right? We're serving hearts and we're helping people with one of the biggest financial investments. And life is real. And I've had some pretty amazing clients and referral partners that have understood, Then 5 months later, I lose my father-in-law. 2022 was very tough.
What would you tell people that wake up in the morning, they go, oh my God, the sky's falling, the rates aren't coming down? How does Amanda deal with that?
Their rates do not dictate your business. There is still a need for money. People still need to purchase a home. They're making enormous amounts of money and they need a tax write-off. They're tired of being kicked out of places that they've lived. But not only that, consumer debt. Can we discuss that? Holy schmoke-a-totally. And then we have people losing their jobs, hours getting cut, businesses folding. People need us, right? So he didn't extend out.
Nice. You flipped it.
Yeah. I mean, people still need to
stop real fast and tell, if anybody's listening to this, I want them to understand what you just did. Explain what you did. You flexed that term to match the current term. You didn't reset him all the way over. Explain exactly what you did.
So we have the option with one of our main investor that if you have a 30-year term, I can pick I can pick 7 years, I can pick 18 years, I can hit 24 years, I can hit 28 years. I can actually choose a term and structure the loan to match how many years they currently have left on their first mortgage. So we're not extending them
So they
out
lost
anymore.
no ground, and still saved $2,500.
Yeah.
And skipped a month without a payment,
Actually,
by
it
the
was
way.
2, but I don't like to profess that, right?
There we go. Got to line up right to
and
do
the
it.
other thing.
Well, what's one of the major reasons behind people's health is their financial stresses, right? Divorces, financial stress. I think that's number one. So, I mean,
right?
That's a great idea.
Nurses. I mean, we deal with, we were involved with Homes for Heroes. So I do a lot with our different community, the teachers, especially
Sure.
during COVID. I really took care of our teachers as essential workers, right? Just like our nurses and doctors, man. But there's certain things, getting active in your kids' school, getting active in certain women's organizations. You can plot me, you can pick me up, take me any city. I'm killing it.
I don't know any other way to do this business other than it's a people business. You got to get out into the people, right? And they need to know what you do for a living.
Absolutely.
It's not, you don't just sit there in your house waiting for the phone to ring.
No, I remember my first son, he's 31, going to be 31 next month. And I remember when he was in kindergarten, maybe first or second grade is when they did it, but it was a job day. Career day is what they called it. And whose parent wants to come and talk, right? And so
you came in with your briefcase and your Eddie Bauer Explorer.
Yeah. I think I still had it then. And I brought dollar bills, and I brought candy, and I brought cards for them to take home to their parents.
You obviously have not been doing this business long enough. Your job is to close that loan and get that borrower into the house and make sure your realtors on both sides are taken care of, make sure that seller is able to move on to their house.
Amen.
That's your job. And if you want to come back later and when you have all that time and you want to go to Loan Sifter every day and find the lowest rate.
Amen. Because the lowest rate is not going to give you.
Until then, nail it down.
You hit the nail on the head, but that's a season. Well, you don't have to be seasoned to know that. But that is something that you learn in the broker business. You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right.
You learn fast enough when you get your ribs kicked in a few times.
550 FICO score I had purchase going on, or refi. And I knew where I wasn't taking that file. And I knew where I could take that file, right? Sure. You're absolutely right. But again, that's knowing your business and going back to, how, when I got in this business and the fact that I was, the 1%, right? Being female.
I have a lot of people, Amanda, and they get weirded out on me when they find out that I have friends who are brokers that own other companies. I have people that used to work with me, but they've gone on to do their own things. And they're like, well, why do you even talk to them? Like, they left you. And I'm like, it's not about me, right? It's about all of us. There's enough to go around. And these are good people. Not everybody wants to stay in the same place for the rest of their lives. And that's okay. I don't take it personal if people, I thank them for whatever time I get with them, that they trusted me enough for a while. But my job, if I'm not doing it right at 57 years old, if I'm not helping you get to where you're trying to go, then what am I doing? What do you want to do with your life? It's not about helping me get more of whatever I want. I love helping people. And the more people I help, the more blessed my life is. That is the success formula that people cannot seem to figure out. Sorry.
Amen.
That's my success formula.
Amen.
And it works really well.
Same. We help enough people. We are just it just reciprocates, right? We're a mirror. Our whole life is a reflection of who we are and what we do. You see, karma is a real thing. I mean,